Well, good morning, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. You know what? I am feeling better and better about the Dallas Cowboys going into the season for no other reason why other than the fact that the talking heads have literally buried the Dallas Cowboys because they're always right about what the team's going to do. Remember last year they were saying how the Eagles were going to go back-to-back Super Bowl and they were going to win that one, and they proceeded to literally lose 6 of their 7 last games in the easiest part of their schedule, mind you. Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me because they were predicting that the Eagles were going to win 13, 14 games and just breeze on through to the Super Bowl. The only speed bump that they were talking about was going to be San Francisco. And yet, they didn't get there. And you know what they said about the Dallas Cowboys? They said the Dallas Cowboys, they're going to crash and burn. That Mike McCarthy was going to be fired. That they were going to be terrible because they didn't do anything in free agency. Literally. They went through and they predicted the early games, and they said the Cowboys are going to lose this, and so on. And then I happened to see on the Instagram this. Listen to this for a second.
Mike McCarthy watch is on very early this year. The Dallas Cowboys are in trouble, Plex. Talking about the Dallas Cowboys, I think Mike McCarthy gets fired around Thanksgiving. Wow. All right? The Dallas Cowboys are going to be 3-7, 10 weeks in. The Mike McCarthy watch is going to start very early. They open up on Fox, obviously, against the Cleveland Browns. That's obviously Tom Brady's first game in the booth with Kevin Burkhardt of the gang. That's a loss, right? New Orleans, I'll give you a win. 1-1. I'll give you the loss against Baltimore. The win against the Giants, you're 2-2. And then I can't find a win outside of that Atlanta game till you get to week 12. The Mike McCarthy watch is...
So you're saying that the Cowboys don't have a chance against the Steelers. They don't have a chance against the Steelers. They don't have a chance against the Lions, who they did beat last year. That they beat them last year with multiple fourth downs. Okay? And, this is kind of cool. I like this. So, be that as it may, be that... What you laughing about?
You always say that. Be that as
they're always going to bury the Cowboys. It's funny how Mike McCarthy has been on the hot seat for 3 years now. 3 years. Dak Prescott has been a garbage quarterback for all these years. Forget that he was a runner-up MVP this year, that Lamar Jackson, who won it, didn't have anywhere near the touchdown passes, and his playoff record is 1 loss shy of Dak Prescott, same number of victories, but of course, he is, ass. And even Jalen Hurts has the same number of playoff wins as Dak Prescott, just to let you know. And it's crazy that we're sitting here talking about how bad the Dallas Cowboys are. When we're sitting here, why don't they talk about Nick Sirianni, who literally got cut off at the knees with the Eagles? I know the Eagles have made all kinds of moves like they do every year, but they did that last year as well. I tell you who's feeling the pressure today. This to me is actually kind of fun because Philly 500 is a little butthurt because they're not kissing up to them enough, which is kind of crazy because I'm like, they've been giving you all the praise. They've been burying us. So somebody said that Saquon Barkley isn't the same guy. He's not what they think they're going to get. And listen to Philly whine.
And it doesn't come from Big Sills. You got other NFL experts now saying Saquon Barkley isn't a good fit for the Eagles. NFL Insider blasts newest Eagles star after joining team this offseason. One insider seems not to like all the Eagles' biggest offseason's addition. And this is Dan Graziano of ESPN, and he goes on to say this about the Eagles getting Saquon Barkley. The Eagles may well win the NFC East. Heck, they may well have wrapped it up by the time they face the New York Giants. Of course, because the Giants stink. Graziano said, I'm just not imagining Barkley as a difference maker. What a joke. So many seem to be assuming he will be this season. Only in his 6-year career has Barkley made it through a full season without missing at least one game due to injury. Even if 2024 is the third such season for him, I believe the Eagles' success is going to have a lot more to do with whether the passing game rebounds behind the quarterback of Jalen Hurts and the receivers. Listen, here's the thing. This kind of talk about, Saquon Barkley doesn't play enough games, or he missed, however many percentage of games when he was with the Giants. Listen, nobody said anything about this before the free agency started with Saquon Barkley. Nobody was crying. Nobody was complaining. It was only when he became an Eagle that it became a problem. And let me say this. Christian McCaffrey played 16 games in the final 3 years. The final 3 years, don't text me when I'm here. 3 years in Carolina. He played 16 games. He was hurt all the time for 3 straight years with Carolina. Got traded to the Niners, and he's been great. What? Just because Saquon Barkley was hurt early in his career and missed a lot of games does not mean Saquon Barkley is going to miss games with the Eagles. Matter of fact, he has played in most of his games over the last 3 years. He's been relatively healthy. And then if you look at that 2022 season, dude, Barkley offensively carried the Giants. Giants don't got a chance to get into the playoffs and then win around without Saquon Barkley. It's absolutely insane. Saquon Barkley will make a big difference for the Philadelphia Eagles. He will give them an added dimension on offense. Will it still be a...
Yeah, he will give them an added dimension. I'll give you that. But here's what's kind of amazing. I know the Giants were a bad team and all that, but it's funny. It's funny how when you are a Dallas Cowboy player, you're expected to do it on your own. So you never get any, any quarter if it's a situation that's lacking. When we had Ceedee Lamb, Noah Brown, who, was Clifford Franklin that year. He had a better year last year with the Texans, but he was Clifford Franklin. Let's be clear here. And you had Michael Gallup on one leg. Everybody's talking about, Dak Prescott, he sucks. It's like, wait a minute. You didn't have like A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith and, all the Dallas Goedert and all these players like you did, in a great running game, had all these pieces out there. You're not like Brock Purdy, who's got, Deebo Samuels and Andy Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey, got pieces all over the place. People don't look at it and say, well, he had a lot of pieces versus this guy ain't got none. But, that's just the way it is when you're a Dallas Cowboy player. But the interesting thing is you don't look and say, Tony Pollard, my God, that guy's incredible. Tony Pollard actually averaged more per yard per play last year than Saquon. 4.0 versus 3.9. I get it. Cowboys offense is quite a lot better than the Giants, so that actually helped skew the numbers. But I hate to say Saquon is not that guy anymore. He's just not. But we'll see, because, anytime the Eagles sign somebody, it's the greatest player ever. And Philly 500 just goes off that, oh, my God, we got this guy. Oh, my God, we got that guy. And he gets a little too hyped up on it. The good news for us is Dak Prescott had his faith finish gala last night, giving back to the community and stuff, which you have to love. NFL Man of the Year that he is, that Jerry Jones was there, along with Todd France and Ceedee Lamb. So maybe this is the first get-together where everybody's all in the same room and that they maybe start getting these things worked out. Camp, it ain't far away. I don't even know what day it is anymore. Up here in Vermont working on houses and things. Today's actually supposed to be our day off, but we have a few more things to finish off at this lady's house. We ended up doing a lot more than we were hoping to do, but I'm going to make sure, planning, or at least what they had hoped for us to be able to do. But we're going to go back and get a little bit more done because it's Saturday and I just like to work. So good people. I have to keep these things short and sweet because it takes forever for anything to upload. Tomorrow, I apologize, we didn't do our live stream last night. By the time we got finished and had the goodbye dinner for the first group, It was late, and the cell service here is terrible, and I'd have to go down to the lobby, and I was just too tired. But we will be live streaming tomorrow, 5 o'clock Eastern. See you guys soon. Peace out, and have a great day.